Hey family, it is Destiny in the house that's about to leave the house, and I thought I'd hop on again. Um, Real quick, just to say it's about to be another day out in these streets, and it's almost kind of sad that when I'm out, it's always going to be about some daggone medical stuff, right? Yes, I'm on film with my little pale lips, and some people just naturally have a lighter lip, bottom lip than the top lip. That's cool. I think mine is really attributed to the fact that I'm anemic. And so a lot of my skin sometimes is extremely pale when my iron is low, and my iron is extremely low. So I'm about to leave the house today. I have to go get an iron infusion. I think my glasses are a little bit crooked. Crooked. I have to go get an iron infusion today, and yeah, I was on film not long ago because I was out and about, and I did blood work. I did that blood work on purpose because the last time I saw my doctor, they were like, "Oh, we'll see you back in February." I'm like, "Baby, we never schedule my appointments so far out. So you'll be seeing me before February." But I didn't say anything then. I just kind of like, February, we never wait that long. And she's like, "Oh, really?" I said, "Never mind. Don't leave it at February." And I just looked at her and I said, "You will be seeing me before February." And I knew that. About 3 months, my iron infusions may last. Iron infusions meaning my energy. I'm not lethargic. I'm good. Baby, I knew good and well we weren't going to have an appointment in 2025 and not see me till 2026. So I took it upon myself to always get my lab work printed out because I have to go to a very specific lab. Only one phlebotomist can, well, two phlebotomists generally can do my blood work. But I think the last time I had an issue with not being a good stick, I think I kind of spooked. Is it spoofed or spooked? Whatever. I kind of messed the last one up. That's been my girl forever. But when anytime she and I had an issue, then the manager where I go usually comes in with her cape on and say today. So I've just kind of switched to her. I don't need somebody to save the day. I need somebody that can get the stick the first time, every time. And it's her. She's amazing. So, anywho, I knew I was feeling lethargic, very tired. When I sleep, I feel like, I know y'all probably like, Destiny, you alive, how you know what dead feels like. I'm just telling you, I sleep that deeply. I go into a deep sleep. I'm comatose out, right? So I knew, usually I'm tired throughout the day as well. However, I just wasn't that tired throughout the day, probably because I'm into this content creating. I'm doing so much that I was probably boosting myself energy that I didn't have, but I knew my iron was low. So the blood work you saw me get not long ago was because of that reason. And so, of course, as I did the blood work, I said, now I'm gonna wake up tomorrow, my phone gonna be blown up. And it was doctor's office calling, "Hey, we need you. You're running off a half a tank of gas." I'm like, "Baby, I'm running off less than half a tank of gas. I feel it. I just know when my iron is low." So with all that being said, today's the day to go get the iron infusion. My iron, for whatever reason, this particular one they have me getting, it's like in 3 intervals, which is like mentally debilitating because I've been a terrible stick most of my life. I learned hydrating is the trick. So I drink like a fish the day before, the morning of, and it's also mentally debilitating because I'm just not huge on drinking. So it makes me drink a lot, but I'm miserable. I'm miserable just sit around, and I'm usually thirsty when I eat. But to not even be eating food or have a snack or something and just have to drink, go, 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 go. I don't want to do that. So I'm never good on these days, guys. But anywho, I got on here with my pale lips. I haven't put anything on. And again, that's probably why mine is that way, because of being anemic. A lot stays pale. And I'm ready to do the old folk thing. Y'all hold on. I talked about in my last video how when you have readers, or excuse me, glasses, and you have the bifocal line, I think you guys can see it in here. You have the bifocal line, that little line there. It lets you read well there. You have to go there to read, so you're always doing this. Anywho, it is what it is. So I wanted to see how long that particular clip of video was running, so I had to go up like this through my bifocal line to see it. I can see at the top of my video, there's this little red thing and the numbers are running. Baby, I don't know what the number is until I go into my old folk mode, right? But listen, I said that more and more when I get out, I'm going to do some filming, try to do a little bit of vlogging, I don't really love it, but I'm trying to get comfortable doing it. And it's kind of like talking about a little bit of my health journey. I have a gut, actually, it's called a disease. It's not a condition, it's not an issue, it's a disease, okay? It's like somebody talking about having cancer. It's not curable, so I'm stuck with it for life. Granted, guys, I don't really think I've ever gotten on here and told my age or talked about my age, but of course I'm not in my 20s or 30s. I'm older. I'm not old because I think 80s and 90s is old. But this disease definitely ages me. Like, I feel great most days, but my look, it ages me. And look, I know, I mean, you know yourself. I've been with myself for many years, right? But it definitely ages me because a lot of times when people lose weight, they just look sickly, right? And it kind of does that to me. In some of my clothes, I look really thin, like, oh my gosh, you need to go eat a bag of sandwiches, a pack of sandwiches or something like that. I notice, my face kind of does the droop, my neck, it just ages me. And I would say beyond my age, because a lot of people are like, oh my gosh, you look good to be 40, you look good to be 50, And I think prior to losing the weight, I fell in that category. Now I feel like I probably look older than my age a bit, but it is what it is. I live with it. I'm not subconscious. I'm not self-conscious. Like, I don't want to get on film because I look how I look. Hey, I can't run away from my face or my neck. It is what it is. But yeah, sometimes when I'm just doing certain things, I'm like, oh my gosh, I'm starting to look, older in the neck or whatever. But I don't even think it's that. I really think it's the disease. The name of the disease that I have is called gastroparesis. I promise you my glasses are looking so crooked. Yeah, they are a bit crooked. Hold on. Let me see if I can't fix them. Yes, I think when it comes to these glasses, I may have to go get them adjusted because every time I put them on, they are just like lopsided to me. And they were a bit off. So maybe I have to go get them adjusted. Anywho, pair of new glasses I got maybe a month or two ago. But yeah, the disease that I have is called gastroparesis. Prior to that, I was told I had early satiety. And it's very frustrating because as long as I've battled with whatever was going on with my gut, I was mentally again debilitated. I was messed up because I didn't know what it was, why I couldn't eat, why so often if I ate, I'm always extremely sick. We won't be too gross on the channel, but gross. And if I can be detailed without being gross, I'm talking sick from every end that you could be sick. Like, who wants to feel like if I eat, this is going to happen? So it depresses a lot of people. I'm in this group that's like a support group for it, and it's horrible. Like, some of the posts are so sad. People do talk about no longer wanting to be here because it's just that bad. I don't have the worst case scenario of this disease. So, but don't get me wrong. I have fallen into my own depression. I've had those days of somebody take me out there and just leave me, like, leave me, like, do me. I've had those days. So I definitely get it when people post, they want to give up. It's very, sometimes if you fast or you just don't want to eat or you're not hungry, it's no big deal, right? But when you're forced to by way of a disease, it's a whole nother monster. It is a whole other beast. So with that being said, again, it's the reason that I just look extremely thin. And I did a video today. I was doing like a review of some clothes and I realized that I still look like I had a little bit of booty and hips. And I'm like, okay, but if I put on clothes that are fitted, but if I just put on something casually loose fitting or whatever, medium fitting, baby, I look like I'm a kid in somebody grown up clothes. That's how much weight I've lost. So it's kind of hard to really tell what I'm talking about because I had on some some pencil thin pants. So of course my shape came through, right? But in my house clothes that I used to wear before I lost all the weight, they just hanging off me, baby. If it wasn't elastic in some of them pants and some of the dresses just swinging, it's just weird. But anywho, I was told that I had early satiety. Didn't know what that was. You can Google it. It's really strange. Then we nailed it with the gastroparesis. What's interesting about that is neither one of those are common. Who the hell's ever heard of early satiety? Early what? You mean I don't have cancer in the stomach? Because that's what I was going for. IBS, cancer, Crohn's disease, things you've heard of. Early, so what? early satiety. And another video, maybe I'll just do another video to update, because early in my channel, I talked about my gut issues before I had a diagnosis. So now that I know what's going on, I'll probably do an update. I'm just kind of throwing out bits and pieces there because I'm about to go get lab work, and I'm kind of leading you up to why. And just kind of why my look is my look, you know. My look is my look. Kind of explaining a little bit why my look is my look. But yeah, gastroparesis, it is a gut disease. And some of the people in the group, because they've had it way longer than I have, they call it the starving disease. You literally can starve yourself to death with this disease. And it's pretty freaking bad. Mentally, you're scared to eat. Physically, literally, sometimes you can't eat. And when you need to eat, you're scared to eat, because if you eat, you're going to get sick. And then some people have just learned, I live with this, I gotta eat. So they eat and suffer later. They eat knowing they're gonna suffer later. Most of us have a safe list of things that we can digest properly. It's so much, y'all. Like I said, I'm gonna do a whole nother video. This is about me going out to do my iron infusion today. I think I'll just do a video and sit down, maybe a couple of series, like part 1, part 2, part 3, because it's so much. And I've battled with it for so years before knowing what it was exactly. But I'm gonna go put something on these pale lips. I'm going to go and drink 2 more bottles of fluid. I've been drinking as much as I could yesterday. I had some gut issues yesterday that prevented me from drinking as long as I wanted to. But when it settled down, I kicked in gear, which was a little bit later yesterday evening. I did kick in and start getting some of my fluids in. And yeah, before I went to bed, I'm still pumping fluids. This morning I've had, I don't know, 2 bottles. So I'm gonna go get 2 more. And it's all about hydrating to where they don't have an issue getting a needle in my arm. It took years for one nurse to finally tell me that, one phlebotomist rather, to tell me that. But now that I know, baby, I'm not walking up in nobody's building where a needle is going to be a part of our day. And I'm like, oh yeah, I just had something to sip on. I flooded my body with liquids. Beam me up, Scotty, with this needle today, because it should go well. Guys, I'll be back. All right, guys, I'm trying not to be in my head. I put a little something on my lips. Not a lot. Not a lot, but they're not as pale, right? I usually just line my lips and smear it on. I don't do lipsticks and glosses. I have them, plenty of them. I do them. But one thing I can't stand about a gloss is when you're wearing like wigs, because I wear units every now and again, and the hair sticks to the gloss of your lip. I can't stand it. I can't stand wearing gloss and a bug. Y'all know I'm OCD. I'll be about to die. Bleach my entire lips when a bug fly on my gloss and get stuck. So glosses gross me out, though I like the look of a gloss. Matte finishes I like more because they're just a color and you don't have to worry about the sticky stuff. But sometimes I just want to go raw dog. Like, just I don't want anything on my lips. So a liner and kind of smearing it around just to kind of take away some of the paleness out of my lip usually works for me. But yeah, you guys saw me just taking down my last. I have these drink bottles. So used to be, which is weird. Oh yeah, used to be apple juice. I keep these bottles and I rotate them out. They don't even sell this anymore in the Dollar Tree, but it's a really good apple juice. So I like to sanitize them, clean them a lot, keep them, and when they get after a month or so, I'll throw them out, get a new one, make a different one. And I just kind of keep drink mixes in here, like water with a flavor is what I do. I think I've lost count. I think I've drunk 4 of these this morning. What are these? 12-ounce bottles? Ooh, 12-ounce bottles. Girl, baby, they're 20-ounce bottles. No joke. They are literally 20-ounce bottles. I think I'm probably like, why you look so tired? You didn't go run a marathon. You've been drinking juice. I'm not thirsty. And I'm trying to make sure these raggedy veins of mine are popping, right? I'm trying to make sure the veins are popped. I've been on this film a little bit this morning. And guys, guess what? If I had stuff in my teeth, it's because I had not yet brushed my teeth. So I was about to tell you on film that I'm about to go brush my teeth, but some people might be like, "How you always dress and ain't brush your teeth?" Meaning brush them again. I do that. I'll brush my teeth when I get up, shower, and get fresh. But if I eat something and I know there's food in my teeth, I'll brush again. But I know sometimes on video, people are so critical. They notice every single thing you say, every single thing you do, and every single thing you don't do. So I was on video. I actually cut it out and edited it because I said, "All right, guys, I'm about to go put something on my pale lips." And then I corrected myself and said, "Well, I'm about to go brush my teeth first and then put some on my lips." And then I said, "You know what? I'm gonna edit that part out because somebody gonna be like, how's she fully dressed and ain't brush her teeth?" Because I ate a little something, which is also hard to do when I'm trying to hydrate. I usually just strictly stick to fluids because my gut can't take both. There's not enough room to eat and drink. So I usually just drink. But I ate a little bit of something just for something else heavier on my stomach. And I realized it was in my teeth. So the first part of my videos, y'all probably like, why she all on camera with stuff in her teeth? Because I needed to go brush them again. And I use a water pick and it just goes in there and fight all that stuff out. So we are double fresh now. Guys, I'm going to get in that vehicle and we're going to head up to I like to call it the oncology office. I think it's oncology. I don't think it's oncology. That's just my way. It ain't no different than the people that say mines instead of mine. Or New Year's when it's only one new year. You know, we all have those things we just don't say right. And I think oncology is one of my words. It's oncology. But I'm about to head to the oncology office. Pray for me that needle goes in my arm without any problems, without incident. Because I've been hydrating. So, I'm going to head out. And I might see you guys in the vehicle. I'm just not really feeling it today, guys. But I may turn the camera on when we get to riding. We'll see. Let's get Iron Infusion. Off to the oncology office. I'm gonna keep saying oncology. It's weird. I used to work for an oncology office years ago. I probably was calling it oncology then. The fact that I'm so stuck on saying oncology. But we are headed to the oncology office to do the iron infusion. Not a highlight of my day at all. The thing I don't like to do. But it's necessary. The nurse called me. She was like, "You do know that you are running off of a half a tank of gas." I said, "Baby, no, I'm running off of less than a half a tank of gas." So yeah, it's really weird because when you think of having low iron and you're lethargic and tired and no energy, you really think that you just can't and won't be able to go. Like you're just laying around on the sofa, laying in bed, you can't get up. It's interesting how messed up and low your iron can be while you still have this weird energy to get up and go. It's really weird. But I have had my days of feeling like a vehicle, no gas, and no gas means the car is not going. Interesting how our bodies are not exactly like a car. That when you have no iron, you're low, whatever medically is going on, that you still can go. He's sick as a dog. I don't know why is that even a saying, sick as a dog? Why is a dog sick? Y'all know I stay in my head about stuff, right? Sick as a dog. What is sick as a dog? Do I look really short in my vehicle because my headrest is protruding above my head? So does it make me look short in my car? I mean, I'm short, granted. But does it make me look short in my vehicle? Because I like to think, I do have my seat raised up high, like so I can see over my hood. So my seat is raised high as it can go. So passing by, I shouldn't look short in my vehicle, but I just look like it in this video because my headrest is so high up. But it is what it is. Just like my sunken face with the weight loss, sunken neck with the weight loss. It is what it is. I look how I look. If I look short, I'm short. If I look like I'm getting old as crap, it's because gastroparesis is making me look that way. I looked at my videos when I started my channel, how plump and round my face looked. I didn't have so much of the parentheses. Baby! And if it sounds like I'm struggling with it, I'm not. Because I'm talking about it does not mean I'm struggling. One thing about me, early on in life, hold on y'all, I gotta do the check. Early on in life, I just remember saying that I'm going to be okay with aging because I know the process. The life cycle is what it is. We don't stay great and good looking and fabulous feeling forever. We don't. As we age, our bodies decline. That's life. That's what it is, right? So I've always told myself I'm going to age gracefully, whether I look like I'm aging gracefully, whether I speak, or even if I'm not walking like if I had an issue with limbs and I'm humped over, whatever, I'm like, baby, I'm going to do it gracefully in my mind because I'm okay with it. And I'm okay with what happens as we age. I'm okay with the life cycle. And I think a lot of people should try to embrace that. Y'all know on my channel, I don't tell other grown folks what to do, but I just think it's a better way to accept it versus just walking around and thinking, oh Lord, I'm humped over, I got an oxygen tank, I'm walking with a cane, walking with a walker. I just like, baby, embrace it. Life be lifing. And as we age, the things that our bodies are going to do, they're gonna happen. We can't get away from it. You can't. So I talk about the things just to talk about it, not because I'm struggling with it or I'm sad or upset. It is what it is. And some people may not be okay with talking about it. And I think we've learned in the past years, as we talk about certain things, we normalize it and we help others. Sir, what you doing? I don't like when folks be running across streets and stuff because folks be wanting to be on these evil tactics that they be on. So I talk about things for a couple of reasons. We're going to talk about it. I like to talk about things, one, because have you ever watched something and somebody's eyelash is flipping off, they lipstick on top of their lip, not their lips, and you be watching the reel thinking, or the video, the film, or whatever they did. Do they know their eyelash like that? They don't feel that. Did she know her? I wonder if she knows she got food in her teeth. I'm the type of person, I talk about things, again, not because they bother me, because I like for people to know, if you're watching me and you're questioning certain things, I want you to know I'm aware. Baby, I'm so aware. That's why I talk about things. Like, I wonder, do she know, like, she looks a little bit older. Like, when she first started, she just been on YouTube a little bit over a year. She done aged about 4 or 5 years. I wonder if she know that. Baby, I know. I just talk about things before somebody else can talk about them. I'll talk about things to let you know I'm very much aware of my surroundings, my life, my looks, my attitude, my personality, all that, my mouthpiece. I am aware. You have some people in this world that are not aware of nothing. You can't tell them, no, you can tell them about themselves, but they seem not to know about themselves. I'm not that person. I'm very much so aware. Let's pump this AC down a little bit since the vehicle has definitely cooled off. I'm aware. So again, when you hear me talk about, my sunken face because of my disease and my weight loss and my lips or anything, it's because I'm aware. Like, you don't ever have to hop on a video but like, dang, I wonder if she know how white her lip is, her bottom lip. Is it pale? I know, baby. It's been this way all my life. I think it's worse because of the anemic situation. Like, there's no color that really comes in to being anemic for a lot of different reasons. You just begin, your skin, you can have that, how you have a baby, they have the yellow jaundice look, they have that pale look. You get to do that as an adult when you suffer with anemic. Everything's just pale. The color isn't in like it should be. So again, I don't talk about things because I'm struggling with how I'm aging. I talk about them hopefully to make somebody else comfortable. Even if you don't get on film and talk about it, just in your home, when you look in the mirror, just be comfortable with what it is. Because, baby, at some point in life, whether it be 15 years old, 28 years old, 32 years old, you knew you were going to age. If God is still blessing you to be here every day, aging is going to take, it's a process. Aging is going to happen. And I just say deal with it the best way you can, because we can't get away from it. The people that want to get BBLs because they don't like a flat booty, the people that want to get all the Botox and all those things, they can get away from it because they choose to spend ridiculous amounts of money to change those things. But when it comes to health, yeah, you can take medication, you can see doctors, you can do surgeries, you can do things for that. But there's just some things you just can't get away from. It's a process, it's aging, it's the life cycle. So I'm talking about those things. Like, I can't get away from having gastroparesis, early satiety. I can't get away from those things. There's medications, there's a lot of people, the group I'm in, people that are on feeding tubes. That's the worst case scenario of the disease. I'm not that bad, thank God. So there's always things you can do, but I'm talking about your mindset, your mental. The part where you just say, this is my life. And I've definitely gotten there. I was there before I knew what the heck was wrong with my gut. I was okay with, I hate to say I'm paranoid, but I do have an issue when I'm driving and I see people walking up sidewalks or coming from like a business and coming to a crosswalk or stuff, and it's something in their hand, you know, and it's not so much that I'm paranoid, it's the world we live in. You know how much violence we've seen in this world where people just decide they just want to go and just start taking out massive amounts of people, driving cars in crowd. So when somebody's like walking up to oncoming traffic, I'm like, what's in their hand? What are they doing? We know there's such a thing as snipers. Thank God we haven't had any of that lately. But yeah, folks want to sit on the side of a highway and just take people out and just weird things. So I guess it's a warranted paranoia. And I don't like to call it paranoia. I like to think, I'm aware. I just said I'm aware of my surroundings and I'm alert. I am aware and I'm alert of what's going on around me. So when folks doing stuff on the side of the road, baby, I need a duck. Hit the windshield, baby. You ain't get my head because I ducked because I saw you. I am that chick. So yeah, I am definitely that chick. Just aware. Love to be aware. And you never know. My being aware could one day save my life. Because maybe somebody is on the side of the road just like... And it's a little bit of trauma. When I was younger, where I lived, there was this guy, I think Michael Hayes. Woo, Jesus. Clown of a man, decided to be like a sniper. Came outside of his home and was like on a hill of some sort near a high school. Just decided to just start blazing. Hitting several high school students, taking their lives, unfortunately. And I remember going to court. I remember sitting in that case. I used to be obsessed with sitting in court cases when I was younger. I literally obsessed. Don't know why I'm not a lawyer or a judge or somebody in that field. But I think it's early set on from there too, because I was traumatized that in my community somebody would do that. Yeah, of course he claimed he was hearing voices and all this other stuff, and he never really did time. He went to a crazy house, our mental institution, whatever. I call it a crazy house back in the day. Yeah, that's what happened to Michael Hayes, but he took lives. Just, again, kids, bell rung, kids getting out of school, thinking it's a typical day in the parking lot, didn't make it home. So I have some trauma with that as well. And then, of course, just forget that. If I didn't even remember that story, the things we've seen in the passing years as I've been an adult, through the years, over the years, we're always seeing something. People can't go out and have a damn good time anymore because somebody wants to be taking lives. Anywho, today's about iron infusion. Let's get off that, right? I'm already in my head about having the anxiety to get this needle in my arm, IV in my arm. So let me not go from that to talk about depressing stuff. Like I'm really trying to have a bad day without trying to have a bad day. But we're like, I don't know, a few minutes, 2-3 minutes away from the oncology office. Sometimes they'll ask me to see the people on the side. It's like going to the principal's office in school. When you see the people on the side, they want me to make a payment. I make so many payments online. I be like, what do y'all want with me today? And sometimes, baby, I'm forgetting to make payments online. So they like, hey, you ain't made a payment in a while. Go see people in the side office. It's no big deal. I give them what I'm going to give them. Y'all be having these balances that I ain't about to pay all of it. No way, they know that. They're like, can you make a payment today? Sure. What do you need? $2? I usually pay 50 or 100 depending on what my balance is. Sometimes 60, 80, whatever I feel like paying. I got the money to pay the whole thing, but I ain't going to. Don't ask me why. I think most of us do that. You got medical bills, you just pay them down. Just pay them down. They're always going to be there, especially when you got issues like mine. You're always going to have a medical bill. Ain't nobody trying to tap into that full bill all the time. Ooh, baby. Sis got to go urinate.
Gotta go potty. I'm drinking these fluids. I usually go ahead. Sitting for the iron infusion takes about an hour and a half. Of course, I've been pumping fluids, so I'm not going to take no pole and drag it in no restroom and try to be in my OCD state of mind. So I usually let him get the needle, the IV in my arm, and from there I go ahead and let me go to the bathroom real quick. So I hopefully can hold any more urine that produces while I do the infusion, because I just have to be free and go in the bathroom and do my OCD rituals, because baby, I am a mess in a bathroom. And I told you guys the other day, I don't see, there it is. Ooh, I feel it coming down. Ooh, I gotta go. I usually don't even do public restrooms, but in cases like this where you've been drinking for daggone near 24 hours, you gonna have to go. I ain't that foolish where I be trying to hold my bladder now when it's just not holdable. Yeah, I said it, not holdable. Well, I'm glad I looked up, because this FedEx truck looked like it was moving. I'm about to run into the back of it. It wasn't moving its parts. Oh, why the parking lot kind of full? It's usually kind of skimpy empty. I hope these people here for other reasons and not infusions and chemos and all that good stuff. Dang, I mean, I usually have the same little park I park in. Usually just because the parking lot is pretty empty. It's Friday. People are probably trying to get things done before Thanksgiving. I'm sure that's what the case is. It's probably, let me do this before Thanksgiving so people are in and out. Next week's going to be a tight week, short week. I wish this person would come on so I can park, but when I come here, sometimes I used to really mentally feel bad, guys, because I'm not old, okay? Let's just go ahead and say that. I'm not old. But I can truly say that coming to an oncology office used to make me cry a lot, because I'm like, baby, even though I don't club, I feel like I could go somewhere and be dropping it like it's hot. And I mentally am just messed up that I have to keep walking into an office where there's a lot of senior citizens and a lot of people on chemo, and that's in here for cancer. That's just how I used to feel. The fact that I have to come to the oncology office to get iron infusions and see someone about my iron on a regular basis would make me feel sad, because I would just feel like I would just want to cry. So I'm like, these people are in here battling cancer. I have low iron, and I'm in here with a needle, IV in my arm to get an iron infusion. These people, are battling cancer. So it used to be real bad for me, real bad for me. But I'm gonna get in here because it's time for my appointment. Y'all seen our face. So when I'm always talking about I go do my lab work and there's one phlebotomist that can stick me, it's the same when I come to get my iron infusions. And I called yesterday to make sure that my guy was going to be here. Oh, yeah, he's going to be here. Well, there's this awesome chick that worked here. And I say I love her. We have a serious love for each other. She's freaking crazy funny. Some might think she's not professional because she's so down to earth and so cool with patients, but I love her personality. She came out in the lobby, was like, girl, I'm coming to get you. I'm not coming to get you right now, but I'm coming. And then she came in close. She said, she called his name. I won't say his name. She said, I was like, Mike is not here. I'm like, what do you mean? I called yesterday and they said he's here today. She said, I'm gonna tell you right now, he works Tuesday through Thursday. I said, why would they do that? So I'm like, so what are we doing? Like, who are we going to put me with? She said, and she had this look. I said, give me the next best person. And she was like, I said, well, that look don't look good. She was just kind of like, So anywho, we just kind of perused the area that you do the treatments. And we had a conversation about a few people. And she's going to go get this young lady. She said she's really sweet. She said she's not a great stick, but she's a good stick. I said, well, you know me with my anxiety and all my issues. I just need someone that's professional and have patience and that can get the needle in my arm, the IV. That's it. My anxiety and my issues are so profound. I've bumped heads with some professionals before because they don't know how to remain professional. They get attitudes and they just do different things, and I don't tolerate that. I'm a patient. You will be professional at all costs in every avenue, in every way with me. You will be professional, and when they are not, I shut it down.
So I already am in here sick. I have an issue, a condition, a disease. I'm a patient. I have anxiety. I have OCD. You won't trigger me, and you won't make my situation and my day worse by being a jerk of a so-called professional. So let's see how this goes. She's gonna go get the sweet girl, and we'll see. So far good. She just came in. She's super freaking sweet. So I hope this works. She's like, I got your anxiety. I got your OCD. I got you. I'm going to work with you. Tell me what you need. I want you to be comfortable. That's what I be needing in a professional. So, yeah. I hope you guys can hear me because I'm talking low. Of course, people are here getting treatments. My door is still open. I could have pushed it together. So far, she seems good. Her personality is cool. I just need this IV to go on my arm. That's always the trick. We'll see.
It's the Rams, but the Buccaneers are hopeful that Irving can play next week against the Cardinals. Irving has not won a game since this game against the Eagles in late September. He's been multiple injuries. Good news for Bucs fans this afternoon, though. Coach Bowles says wide receiver Chris Godwin might be able to play Sunday night. Bowles says he's not certain, but Godwin is trending in the right direction to return from his injury. Busiest weeks in its history.
Very draining process. It takes a long time, so still here.
Airport executives do say parking is expected to fill up completely, so beware of that if you are traveling at PIE. But the airport keeps going with its ultra low-cost airlines flying out of there. The Florida Forestry Service has now issued a firm
Tired
ban for
and need
citrus,
to potty.
Manatee, and Sarasota counties. Leaders say those areas
We're gonna
are
hold out.
experiencing severe drought, which
Let's see
could
how
lead
much
to
longer do we
dangerous
have.
wild. Those are your headlines across the Bay Area from us here at Bay News 9.
Yeah. Seems like a much slower drip than one I've ever had before, but I'm ready to go. And after the iron actually pumps in, there's some liquid about another 20 minutes that flushes to make sure everything's good. So I'm holding going to the potty beyond what I want or I won't be doing.
An attack on three of our churches, an attack on all of our churches, an attack on anyone worshiping.
He's taking a whole pole in anybody's restroom with me.
Christian leaders responding to what they consider an attack on Muslims.
So by the time you taper down,
At USF.
the 10-inch is only going to be like 8-inch.
Yeah, I'm not even going to do all that. Because baby, if me and or my hand or my skin or my toes touch the toilet, they will be bringing gallons and gallons of bleach
None of
to
my
come get me. So we're just gonna sit tight and wait until we're detached from all this stuff. Then we'll go to the potty. Just tapping in, checking in. I'm out. All right, family. I am done. Whew. I have to just sit here for a moment and just breathe. The level of anxiety that I have, I mean, it's over with, so I'm good, right? But sometimes I just have to come down off of all of it. I just have to come down because it's a lot. To get up early, out of the bed, leave the house, to do everything I have to do. And once it's all over with, it's like a relief, obviously. I'm relieved. But, whew. I just never know how crazy it's going to go. So, whew. I'm going to show y'all my ashy arm. And it's the same rules apply with my hands. Mind your business when you see the ash, okay? That's it. Just my little bandage from when they took the IV out. And I have to do 3 rounds of this. So the mental anguish comes from, let me get a little AC going while I just sit here for a moment and before I start driving. The mental anguish comes from, again, I'm usually not a good stick. I have certain people that can deal with me. My guy wasn't here today, but man, the girl who was able to fill in for him, she was amazing, telling me like, it's okay. Just tell me whatever you need me to do to make you comfortable. I'm okay. And then the girl that always comes to the front and calls everyone back to the back, she is amazing. Like I was telling you about her earlier, she's so freaking hilarious. She does not act like she's on her job because she's so down to earth, so crazy. She says anything out of her mouth, but I love her to pieces. We were able to figure out who I would work best with, and we picked the perfect girl. She was so amazing. She just kept saying, girl, live your life, girl, live your life. They both kind of talk the same, like they're not on the job. But she was really friendly, just like, honey, live your life. What do you need? What do you need me to do to make you comfortable? Whatever it is, just tell me. I'm here to make you comfortable. And so the biggest thing I have is a lot of requests, like, could you sanitize this? Could you wipe this down? Could you clean this? Can you change your gloves? That's what usually gets on people's nerves. But baby, you in the medical field. I shouldn't be asking you to be clean. I shouldn't be asking you to clean a surface, and the utensils and equipment and needles and syringes and things that you're using on me, they can't drop on the nasty floor and you pick them up and think you're just gonna keep working on me. So certain things, if I see them do certain things, I'm like, oh, excuse me, do you mind changing your gloves after you did whatever it is I saw that I wasn't comfortable with? So that's usually the thing, to give you a better example of why I kind of have people that don't want to be professional. They want to bump heads with me. Baby, listen, if you have a problem with me asking you to be clean while you work on me, do yourself a favor. Do me a favor. Step out the room. Get out the room. I can't tell you how many people in the medical field, in the medical setting of me having a procedure, a surgery, or whatever, I've had to absolutely kick out my room. Get out. I mean, no joke, seriously, before a surgery, my doctor was like, Lord Jesus, get out. Girl was so rude. They were about to take me under. If you don't get her out of my room, because when I go under this thing right here, and I said it, that's how nasty she was. She better not be standing over me while I go under. Get her out of this room. And she had to get out of the room. I don't play that. I do not play about walking into it could be a department store. I still think on a job, you're a professional. But in the medical field, baby, I'm dealing with zero tolerance with that. It's my life. It's my health. I'm already ill. I'm anxiety ridden. You're not about to do me. You're not about to wreck any more of my mood that's already wrecked when I woke up and knew I had to come in this place and have this procedure, this surgery, this medical treatment done. You're not, no. I just don't. I have, people say zero tolerance and then they tolerate some crap. When I say zero, I mean absolutely none. I will shut it down. I will shut it down. You got to go. You either got to act like you have some sense or you got to go. And got to go is usually the end result. So, I just, that's, if you kind of wonder what, you keep saying you have anxiety. What is it that you bump heads with people? And, then you have people like her, super friendly, just kept saying, honey, live your life. What do you need me to do to make you comfortable? I want and need you comfortable. That's the type of professional I need to deal with anytime I go have a procedure or I'm doing something medically. So I'm about to hit the Dollar Tree real quick and run through there and pick up a few items. And I'm going home. I'm tired. And of course I'm hungry. It's 5 o'clock. Sis ain't ate all day because I was too busy drinking. I said drinking. I was drinking to be hydrated. Well, the IV. So that's that. It was a success. We've got 2 more rounds to go. So I just thought about hopping back on. I'm like, why not film on the way to the Dollar Tree? They're not very far apart from where I get my treatments and the Dollar Tree. So it's a relatively short drive. It might be 10 minutes, 10 to 12, maybe under 10. But I was on describing the anxiety and the different things I've gone through in the past. And what's really weird about it is I have been dealing with medical issues. I mean, something as minor as just being anemic. Anemic. Well, we got a light, so it'd probably be closer to the 12-minute mark. Being anemic isn't a very light thing, because when it gets to the severity of having low iron, it can be critical, right? It could be critical terminal. Let your iron, the oxygen, and all that stuff get so out of whack, you could go away from here, which almost happened to me a few years ago. Iron levels, oxygen. I was so sick, I was about to zero out. When I had lab work done, the next day I woke up, my phone like a Christmas tree. Red, green, blue, all types of stuff was going on. I'm like, what is going on? My mouth is back, lips back, looking pale. But what had happened was the blood work came critical. And everybody was calling me, we need you to get to the hospital immediately. I was about to die. I was about to zero out of here, which it's a long story. I'm really gonna do a story about my medical issues and conditions, so it just makes more sense. I'm not gonna do too much talking in this video because this is really an out and about video. But I was saying my medical issues have been the easy part of having low iron, the very light, fluffy part of it. For many years, I've always been anemic, and so it's gotten severe. But my whole point in saying what I was saying is, all of the issues that I have been for some time, and they just seem, I'm getting older, so things seem to latch on, stick around, and aggravate you even more as we age. So yeah, but that part of the excruciating part of my day is over. A lot of anxiety, because the anxiety comes from I do all I can do to get up and be able to successfully get the IV started. And there's times that it fails. There's times that I've had to get more than one stick, and I'm not a more than one stick chick. There's times it's so overwhelming. I'm anxiety ridden, hyperventilating, crying, and I'm done. I'm out. And I don't get a chance to get the treatment. I'm like, I'm going home. That's it. We've done enough. Nope, I'm done. So I don't know what the outcome is going to be when I arrive. So that's where all the anxiety comes before getting there. Like, I did what I was supposed to do. I was drinking. I'm hydrated. And then when you can't get a needle in my arm still, I'm all types of angry, mad, sad, depressed. So anyway, it's a good day when it happens, and today was a good day. I got 2 more to go though, so we'll get there. We'll see what that's like when those days come. I'll do the same thing. I will go above and beyond to prepare. We're almost at the Dollar Tree. It's literally down the road and around the corner. 2 lights ahead. One's red, I can already tell, so we'll be stopping there. But again, you're probably like, what you tripping about if it's over with? Anxiety, if you know anything about it, it's a stickler. Anxiety is a booger. It's a monster. Though I'm over it and it was a success and I feel good, I have to come down off of what had me on such high anxiety. I have to come down off of that. Whew, and it's just all the price. That's why it's all so mental. So I talk about my mental health issues, my mental health struggles. That's why I do Mental Health Mondays. I'm always talking about check-in on people. If you're on my channel, you see, and I probably look strong, right? Baby, I ain't strong every day. All day, every day is not a strong day for me. That's why I tap into them. That's why I do them. That's why I talk about them, because I have my own. I have my own moments where I can't say I'm a person where I need to be checked on. Nor would it wouldn't be fair, nor would it be honest to say I'm a person that needs to be checked on. I'm one of those people, how you know some people in life and you're like, oh my gosh, you're always so strong. You don't let anything get you down. You don't let anything bother you. Well, I do let things get me down, and things do bother me. But when it comes to me personally, I don't really lean on others too much for strength. I think I am that strength. You know how you have that one person in the family to hold everybody else together. They always seem strong. I'm that person when it comes to myself. So I don't really need other people to go, hey girl, you good? You check on, if someone does great, I don't need it. And then maybe I do need it. Maybe I'm so stubborn and I've been so self-sufficient and whatever all my life that maybe I do need it. And I don't know. We're in the Dollar Tree parking lot. That's how short that commute was. I don't know, y'all. But I mean, I don't sit around and cry because nobody may pick up the phone and call me. I'm not that. I'm not whining. I've had moments now. I've had things going on in my life. And if I share with somebody I was struggling and then I didn't get a call back, that may make me feel like, now girl, I know I told you the other day, I was struggling. I had some things going on and not even a phone call. In that moment, yeah. But when I be talking about mental health check-ins and stuff, I just be saying check in on people, whether you know or not. That's different. I don't need somebody to just pick up the phone and just call me randomly like, girl, you need me to check on you? No, I really don't. I feel like I'm babbling about the same topic So I'm going to stop talking about that and move on to something else, because I'm going in circles saying the same thing. And you know, sometimes you get distracted. I'm driving, so I'm more focused on what I'm doing in this vehicle. And then I realize I'm just repeating myself, and I can't stand it when I do that. So we're going to stop. I don't have many things to get out of this store today. I'm at the Dollar Tree once a week, like racking up like it's always Christmas. You know, and I say Christmas meaning people always getting bulks of stuff during that time. But yeah, I'm always doing bulk shopping because I guess I just use a lot of stuff like that, right? I must use a lot of stuff, because to come to the Dollar Tree every single week, needing to get stuff every single week, means the stuff I got the week before, I'm running out of, which I do. But I'm one of those people, I'm going to say this and hop off of here so I can stop babbling. I'm one of those people where I do not like to run out of things. I don't like to not have something in the house and feel like I got to go to the store to get it. I don't like that. If I run out of anything, I like it to already be in the house. I like it to already be in the house. Let me just go to the cabinet, the closet, the pantry, a drawer, and get it. So I like to overstock. I do not. See, I was about to repeat myself. Yeah, that's it. I don't know why I need to just walk, because everyone's here, of course. Parking lot's packed. There's no closed parking spots. So I'm going to park a little ways out and do some walking. It's not going to kill me, right? And here we go. We're going to go here and park. And we're going to run through Dollar Tree. And y'all know y'all can't go with me. Why? Because me and my OCD, I got to wipe. I'll have a wipe in my hand the entire time. Anytime I touch anything in the store, I'll have to sometimes it's just a matter of just doing this. This is my OCD. I've just got to clean my fingers or wipe my hands. So it's hard to do that, navigate with a phone and whatnot. So one of these days, I'm going to get real fancy and take you guys in the store with me. We'll figure that out, right? But it won't be today. Dollar Tree run is over. Yes. Dollar Tree, things all the way down to the floor. Dollar Tree, y'all see, Dollar Tree run is over. Whew. Wow, that was a journey going through that store, but baby, it's over. We did it. Well, y'all, I tell you what, last time, which was our first out and about together, I was making it home and my car was dark on the inside. There is still some daylight, but I still think I'm gonna make it home when it's dark, because now I have a taste for pizza. Remember, I've been out all day on this pretty much liquid only diet for that iron infusion, and I'm so hungry. I just think I want some pizza. I'm in this Dollar Tree plaza and something smells so garlicky. I don't know which one of these little spots it is. It's like a plaza, and I'm like, I don't try it like mom and pop shops, any old shop. Y'all know my OCD, I'm funny. So I think I'm gonna stop by a pizza spot I trust, and or at least I like and trust. I think I'm gonna get a pizza, and I'm gonna go home and load lots of garlic on it, because now I want something garlicky. And have you ever had that moment where you out somewhere and you smell something and you stop in the spot and you just try to order what you think you smell? Ooh, that smell like a good old steak. You go inside and order steak. People's steak not good, tough, like rubber. It's something about this plaza. Last time I was here, I was smelling something smell very garlicky. But I honestly don't know what spot to go in and try. There's a new kind of like a what's the spot? Hibachi spot in this plaza. It's kind of new. I'm not ready, and I don't think I will try it, but it could be them. But they don't really use garlic. There's this little pizza spot I've been up here before many moons ago. I don't know if it's them. I really don't know which one of these little spots. It's not a lot of. It's a Pizza Hut in this plaza on the other end, so I don't think it's them. I don't really know. It's something. It's a Mexicana. It's spots I wouldn't eat at. I don't even know what they serve, really. So, but have you ever had something smelling good in a parking lot, and you decide you gonna go in and order something, and when you do, it's horrible. You're like, the smell good in the parking lot is not matching what came out the restaurant door. I've done that before, and that's why I'm like, I ain't trying nothing. Yeah. Everything smell good, but it don't taste as good as it smelled. Well, I definitely didn't make it in before it got dark. We are waiting on the pizza to be ready. And It's a little bit of sun still up. Not much, but no, really it isn't. I think it's the lights in the parking lot making me think the sun is still up. It's dark. But yeah, this spot is jumping, baby. When I tell you, if we seeing people don't whisk past me to get their orders, I'm like, okay. It's Friday nights when everybody want pizza. Literally. 3 senior citizens were sitting up in here enjoying their pizza. A lady was sitting on the side waiting on her pizza, and I can't really count. At least 10 people or more have come in to get orders, take out orders. So I'm waiting on mine. And I hope it's good because sis hungry. Even though it's dark, it's not that late, but it's still a lot because I've gone all day and not had any solid food. Yeah, if you've been keeping up with this video, I have been drinking at the top of the morning to get my iron infusion. That has happened. It was successful. I've been to the Dollar Tree, and now I'm just trying to eat. So yeah, the whole day has gone by, and I had no food. I had a small bag of Cheez-Its. They always have snacks when you're in the oncology office. I had a small bag of Cheez-Its, and I literally had about 4 potato chips before I left the house. Yeah, and I think the chips is what was in my tea. Because again, when I'm trying to hydrate, sometimes my stomach don't have enough room for food and liquid. Sometimes with the gastroparesis that I have, a lot of people in the support group I'm in that have it really, really severely bad, drinking is the issue. They literally wake up crying. It's very depressing. You can't even drink water sometimes, liquids. Your gut cannot hold liquids. Don't want you to try them. Ain't gonna hold them, gonna make you sick. So that's the very severe case of it. I'm not that bad, but I do know that there are days I can't do food and liquids like all day. I have to choose. And on a day that I have to have any type of needle in my arm, IV, I choose liquids only. I don't even try to battle. Oh, can I eat with it? So a little something small. Yeah. I had some chips, and I thought that was in my teeth earlier. Maybe, maybe not. So yeah, I'm going to get this pizza. So I decided to come inside and finish waiting for my pizza so that I had better lighting and the fact that the lobby is now empty. Earlier was people in here and I didn't want to get anyone in frame that might not have wanted to be filmed. So yeah, weird. Oh, it smells so good in here. I did ask them, y'all, for garlic packs. She was like, yeah, no, we don't have garlic packs. We have Parmesan cheese. And I kept looking at her like, but I'm asking you, do you have garlic? It was funny. It's funny how when you ask people questions, they just will not and refuse to answer the question that was asked of them. And I said to her, I said, I know the little items that you have in the to-go package, like crushed red peppers and whatnot. Do you happen to have garlic? Her answer was, we have Parmesan cheese. Anybody help me out? How was that answering my question? I know you have crushed red peppers. I know you have Parmesan cheese. I was pointedly asking about garlic. Because remember, that smell in the other plaza is what got me out here. But I have garlic. She said, we have like a garlic sauce. I said, no, not anything wet and liquid. Like the powder where you get to sprinkle. Where you get to sprinkle the garlic on the pizza. And she was like, oh no. And then she went back to, but we have Parmesan cheese. I think it's hilarious. Freaking hilarious. Yeah, I always say, people, we're some funny people, how we hear a question and answer something that was never even asked of us. It drives me crazy sometimes, but other times I'm tired, so I only had the energy to be like, man, that's not what I asked you. I just looked at her and was like, okay, well, do you have garlic? Oh my gosh. And I try my best not to be that person. I try really hard not to be the person that when somebody asks me something, I try to answer the question that came out of the person's mouth. So anywho, we'll get this pizza here in a moment. Pizza success. We have pizza success. Pizza success. Yes. Oh my gosh. Whew. I'm tired. When I say sis is tired, sis is tired. feet hurting like an old lady. I'm ready to get to his house. And, oh gosh. Oh Lord. These are my off days. Let's leave the light on for a second while we can wrap this up. It gives us a little bit of light. Whew, child, my off days. I love to be home and just kind of relax, do things around the house. Every now and again I get those, usually because I'm such a homebody. When I get out, it's a full day. I'm out. I have to get as much done as possible because I'm a homebody. And I like to be home 99.9.99999, at least 98% of my life. I'm in the house. I don't get out. If there's an event, an occasion, a reason, I'm out. Medical, of course, I'm out. Other than that, not coming out, not doing it. So, yeah, we're going to head to the house, which is not far at all. Less than, literally like one light away is how close the pizza spot is. Yeah, it better be good because I'm hungry. Well, all right, Destiny, you went and got pizza. What exactly did you get? This pizza is definitely not for me. I do not eat tomatoes. That is one of the pizzas that was purchased just now. And I'm a plain chick. Don't do me a whole lot. Don't do me a whole lot. This is my pizza. You know, can anybody explain why in the name of God, when it comes to ordering pizzas, it's so weird. Like, you can get all these large size pizzas for cheaper, but when you want to get a small or medium or two smalls or two mediums, it's more expensive than large. And even the guy over there, he was like, I'd be saying the same thing. I'm like, I didn't want a large pizza. I'm not going to sit there and tell my whole health issue, but I have a gut issue. I barely can eat one or two slices. But yet you sending me home with a large slice of pizza, because if I don't get mine in a large, I'm getting ready to spend $30 for pizzas. But you have a medium that's on sale or special for $8.99. So I'm like, okay, give me that large pizza and then give me mine on the medium for $8.99. And she talking about 29 something. I'm like, $30? I was getting a medium. So I had to get a large pizza to cut off some of those dollars and not pay $30 for two pizzas. Wow. Like, just weird, right? Just weird. Anywho, it is what it is. 2 large pizzas is up in this house. Now I got to unload my car. Well, first I'm going to get a slice of this pizza because I'm hungry. Then I'm going to go unload all the Dollar Tree stuff. It's never ending. Even when you're through running the streets, you get home, you got to drag everything in. I have to wipe things down because I don't put things away with all those handheld germs on them. So it's never ending. I just keep driving myself crazy. Because of my OCD, I've now got to drag those bags in, put everything out, and then wipe them down, sanitize, bleach them, clean them before they go in cabinets and drawers in this house. I don't take stuff that everybody's hands untouched in the store that's probably done fell on the floor, somebody done put it back on the shelf, all the germs on items. I'm still in COVID mode, but I've been that way years before COVID. How everybody was coming home, wiping everything down. That's my life always. So imagine how draining that was for those of you who get tapped back into COVID days and remember all the cleaning and wiping. I've been that way all my life. Can you imagine how draining that is? Oh, well, I'm going to go ahead and sign off. I'm not coming back on. I've taken you guys through everything today, down to the pieces, and even showed you the pieces. So guess what? I ain't coming and going here saying goodnight. I probably have last time I did it out and about, I had literally 10 videos. While standing, waiting on my pizza, I counted. These clips today are more than 20. So, baby, I ain't coming back. Good night.